Law.
Boom.
Families, companies, and families.
That's what we do.
Boom. All right, America. I'm here with the Paragonza boys. That's what I've named them. Listen, I'm the number 3 attorney in Miami.
I thought you were gonna say you were the third Paragonza.
Oh, I am. Also the third Paragon. I told them they're gonna have to change it to Paragonzarias. But we're still working on that. We're still working on the business. That's what we're gonna be talking about. But I'm here with I'm number 3. These guys are working it out for number 1. They're tied for number 1. I'm number 3, somewhere in there. But I'm here with Juan Perez and Robert Gonzalez of Paragonza. These are my good buddies, and we're going to be talking about today on Ask a Lawyer. We're going to be talking about business formation. What are your ideas? I'm sure people come to you all the time.
Well, Jonathan, a lot of people nowadays, they want to start businesses.
Right.
We get a lot of clients that come in here with amazing ideas as to how to get their startup started. Right? What do I do? How do I protect myself? How can I make this happen? And obviously, how can I avoid any type of liability? Right? And it really comes down to what type of business you form. And I think Juan explains it the easiest.
Guru Juan.
Well,
give it to us.
It comes down to this, if you're gonna have a small business and you're trying to run a family business, you try to keep things simple. You don't try to do something that's going to make it so difficult that you're worrying about whether you're implicated in tax problems and you need to hire accountants and professionals. You need to make things very, very simple. So the easiest structure, whenever you're not going to run a business on your own, which is without an entity, which would be what's called a sole proprietor, is you have to form an LLC, and that's a limited liability company. What that means is that in the event that there will be a judgment or any creditors are trying to get any assets that belong to you, they will be limited to the amount in the event that there's more than one member in the LLC, but they will be limited to the assets of the LLC. They will not be able to go and penetrate to your personal assets.
So basically, if it doesn't matter if there's a lawsuit for 50 grand, if the LLC only has $800, what do they get? $800.
Generally speaking, yes.
In layman's terms.
Right. I mean, it's always gonna depend on the complexity of the case, but generally speaking, you're
That's
correct.
how you protect your assets.
Right, and that would be why you would start what's called an LLC.
Bingo.
But
so talk to us about
the differences.
Pass-through taxation
Okay.
and the main difference.
The main difference. So let's go into the LLC realm. In the LLC realm, if you are a single member LLC, you are what's called a disregarded entity. And that means that everything is passed through on your own personal tax returns. So the entity itself, the LLC, does not file a tax return. You yourself file everything through your own personal tax return.
And the benefit is you can expense a bunch of expenses through
Right,
your LLC. So basically you're buying things, but your LLC is buying it and you expense it, and then you only pay taxes on what you actually used yourself or passed to yourself.
Absolutely,
Now,
and that's one of the main benefits, and that's actually something that a lot of these entrepreneurs that come in that they ask. And obviously, as you know, there's limits as to that. Like, we're not going to go buy groceries with our company card, because then it defeats the purpose of having that LLC protection. But I think you hit it on the head.
But you can maybe lease a vehicle.
You might
as
be
the
able
Paragonza
to.
boys
You
have
might be
done.
able to.
If you pass through the route and you see some dope blue Lexuses that say Paragonza, you know who it is, boy.
Honk if you
It's
see
these guys
us.
right here.
Honk if you see us.
So you got the pass-through taxation, and you can expense things. It's less complex. LLC, but you still get the protection from the liability.
Which is why a lot of people love to start LLCs.
Right. Okay.
Because they give you really the best of both worlds.
And it's probably the most popular.
Absolutely.
And that's where they should at least be thinking. That's where they should start their research, so that when they come to you, they say, hey, I've thought about this, I watched the video, this is what I want. Paragonza boys, take me to Shark Tank. I'm going to the promised land.
Absolutely, absolutely. And obviously, before they start the company, once you get a good idea, the best thing to do is to go see a corporate attorney. You go see a corporate attorney, you can explain to us what it is you want your company to do, and then we can help you elect the proper entity that you need that will benefit you the most to take your business to the next level. Okay?
Nice.
Another thing that you always need, and that people, don't always get, is what's called corporate books. You need agreements, especially if you have partners. If you have partners, you want to make sure that in the event that one partner passes away, what's going to happen to this company?
Give us a horror story real quick.
A horror story.
Somebody who didn't have an agreement.
Somebody that didn't have an agreement. I think a great story is, so you got these two people. Person A, person B. They start an amazing company. I mean, these guys have a great idea to manufacture this amazing, amazing app, and they're gonna go global, okay? Here's the problem. They get together. They start the company. They invest X amount of dollars. This company is ready to blow up. One of them gets a divorce. Now, half of that company belongs to who? It belongs to this person and the wife, who has nothing to do with this company, doesn't know how to take this company forward. And unfortunately, in that scenario, she was able to start making decisions for that company.
Wow.
You never want to make sure that happens. That would also happen if one of them passes away, and then they leave their part of the company to somebody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we want to make sure that we avoid all of those things.
Okay, so I'm thinking a business entity, which one you should select. Most people will select the LLC that has the benefit of pass-through taxation, and then make sure you see an attorney like these guys to have an operating agreement in place, because you never know what will happen and how that will affect your future when you're about to blow up.
Absolutely.
Awesome. This has been great. This was Ask a Lawyer. I was with my guys. Way to go.
Awesome.